It's Thursday, November 2nd at 1:25 in the afternoon, and the dogs and I have come up to Depot Lakes Conservation Area. So on today's hike, we start at the southwest corner of the conservation area, following this black and white dotted trail here, north to the green trail, and it takes us over to the waterfalls and then across to the yellow trail where we cross at Raleigh's Rapids. We follow the yellow trail north all the way around up to Third Lake and then catch the Third Lake Road on the way back to finish the hike. It's sunny to partly cloudy at times to mostly cloudy at times, and 8 degrees centigrade. So a bit of a brisk wind in the air. It's actually warmer than it's been for the last couple days, where it only got up to 3 or 4 degrees. And it's supposed to get a little nicer right into the weekend and then cool down again after the weekend. The main reason I wanted to get up here today is that starting on Monday, this site is closed for 2 weeks due to a limited registered deer hunt occurring. So the trails are all closed up here starting Monday for 2 weeks. So I wanted to get up here while I still could and enjoy the late fall weather. Try to make sure I get here before the snow comes. Right now it's beautiful, fully free of snow. Still a few oak leaves hanging on, but by and large the leaves have fallen now, so it's certainly got that grayish brown look to it, but it's still very pretty. So fall is really a mixed bag of feelings for me. I'm sad that summer is over, sad to see all the birds head south, or most of the birds head south, and the local environment becomes very quiet. It's kind of a sad feeling too because of the colors and the fall of the leaves and all that kind of stuff, and you know what comes, the cold dead winter. But it also has an austere beauty about it that I just find very attractive. I just love the color palette that's out there at this time of year. The browns, the grays, and the greens of the conifers. Very beautiful, stark yet beautiful. So it's hard not to like it in a lot of ways as well. Just coming out to the hydro cut here. And then we cross over there and head down to Raleigh's Rapids. Here's the hydro line cut. A couple of the really large advantages of hiking at this time of year is the fact that you're not out in extreme heat and there's virtually no bugs. And more often than not, when I come up here, it is hot and really buggy. So that's a nice change, certainly at this time of year, that you get. The birds have been quite quiet in here today. Just had a few blue jays, some gulls out over the lake, and just recently here I've had a couple fox sparrows calling. Otherwise, that's about it. Very quiet. And here we are approaching campsite 17 in the nice big opening here amongst the pines. Usually I'm coming here on a day that's 32 degrees centigrade and blazing hot with deer flies biting. So it's a nice change to come at this time of year. And the nice cool air and no bugs and no people. Just me, myself, and the dogs. You have a little sit down on the picnic table here. Strangely, Zoe's acting kind of scared again up here. I don't know why. She used to love coming up to these places. But now it seems when I take her on woodland trails where we don't typically walk, she gets kind of nervous and seems to want to get out as fast as she can. She's sort of pulling on the rope all the time. Strange. I don't know what would have done that to her. Just had another fox sparrow down here to my right. Flew up onto a log. They're a beautiful sparrow, very rich red-brown color with heavy striping. They have a very high-pitched little squeak that they make, besides their song, which they would sing in the spring, of course. I have heard them sing weekly in the fall as well, but their primary singing period, like most birds, would be in the spring. Okay, we're finished with the woodland section of trails. Now we're on a track that runs along the south side of Third Depot Lake, and we'll come out to the lake shortly, and then we head down Third Lake Road back towards where we parked the car. Probably 40 minutes still of walking. And here we are coming out at the Third Lake boat launch. This is where we launched our canoe when we came up here a few weeks ago. You may have seen that video. If not, I encourage you to watch it. It's a very pretty and relaxing video, I think. Lots of beautiful scenery. You can see on the rocks across the shore there the water line that changes throughout the year. You can see the water is quite low now. They've reduced the lake level for the winter. Then in the summer they let it go back up again. And there's a difference there of about 5 feet in height from one time of the year to the other. And it varies depending on the year too. Sometimes they won't let it down maybe as much as other years, or let it go up as high as other years, but it does have quite a range potentially with the damming. Okay, on to Third Lake Road now. Just heading up from the boat launch. And we've got about a 20 or 25 minute walk back. The day continues very nice. Mostly cloudy now with occasional sunshine poking through. But still very pleasant. Wherever I roam, it seems I find these balloons that go sailing off from birthday parties all over the place and end up in the wild. And I always try to pick them up and take them out of the environment. Not only are they very ugly, but they can cause damage by getting their strings and cords caught on animals, or just general pollution in the water. I can hear a train coming from the west, approaching Wilkinson. There we go. That will be heading this way, and then crossing the north end of Third Lake as the train goes right across there. It's certainly a changeable kind of day. One minute it's fairly sunny, next minute it's deep, dark clouds over you, and then it brightens up again. As it turned out, I didn't really need this heavier coat. I thought I would because it was quite windy and cloudy when I left and only 7 degrees. But I think it's popped up to 8 or 9 degrees now, and with the walking in the woods, I got quite warm in this. That's why I've got the front open. It's not too bad, but I could have done with just my little black felt coat. Okay, 3:18, and we're just coming out to Second Lake Road here. Once we get there, we'll turn left and just a few hundred meters back to the east where we've parked the car. It's been a great hike. I just felt like I had to get out and do something like this today. Always makes you feel better physically. Get out for some fresh air and solitude in nature. So I guess that's it for this hike. I hope you enjoyed that outing to Depot Lakes Conservation Area. It's a very pretty area. If you haven't been here and you live close by, it's well worth visiting. So I'll catch you later. I'm back at the car now. So long from Depot Lakes Conservation Area.